And thank you for joining us for this Valentine's Day presentation of the NBA. It's a matchup you're going to love right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. We're live at the United Center where the Chicago Bulls have home court advantage. You look at the Raptors. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
Yeah, and they look like a squad that's enjoying playing together. I love what I'm seeing from them in terms of that chemistry these past few days, and playing well and winning games will do that for you.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, when DeMar DeRozan hit free agency in the summer of 2016, not only did he not meet with any other team than the Raptors, he didn't want to meet with any other team. He said, I am Toronto. Outside of where I'm from, I represent this city harder than anybody. Toronto is all I've known. I came in at 19, and I've treated it like home ever since then. Kevin?
And DeRozan is so important to this Raptors team, DA. I'm sure they're glad he's sticking around for the long haul. And tonight, we have two teams that Steve can absolutely rip you apart from long range if you let them.
Yes, I mean, these two teams, no one's going nowhere near the paint. So I think it's going to come down to the teams that they're defending. You're not going to be able to stop these guys from making shots, but you want to be able to contest and bother them. And then you have to rebound the three-point shot. And that's the hardest rebound because it can bounce off and go particularly anywhere. Take them off their rhythm, and hopefully they miss shots. Contest, contest, contest.
Go out and close. You're exactly right. Fight through every screen. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Toronto right now, Anunoby the 3 with Ibaka playing the 4. Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. And it's Valanciunas in at the center. Now DeRozan after Lowry Markin misses from long range.
The aggressive mindset of DeRozan catches and shoots without hesitation.
Lowry against Grant. He feeds it to Levine. Right side Holiday. Clock at 6. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
Outside Lowry. Now the dish to DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas. And Lowry has it in the corner. Off target with his 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Back to Levine. There's the screen. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's Lopez, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Lopez has got his first basket of the night.
And it's rare to see that, but Lopez shows some confidence knocking down the mid-range jumper. Well, this Bulls team, the definition of mediocre last season, finished a 41-41 record. They decided it was time to trade away Jimmy Butler and go young.
Now, here's Grant, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Markkanen passes to Lopez. Down low, and Markkanen throws it down.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
Raptors trail by 4. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Over Levine. And that one hits back iron. Bulls have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. They get it back. Markkanen, that shot missing.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The pass to Anunoby. He dishes it to DeRozan. Trying to get back on track. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
One of his strong points, DeMar DeRozan, is so dependable when he gets to the mid-range. He knocks those down often.
Markkanen kicks to Grant. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Vonleh comes in for Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Justin Holiday. And David Nwaba subbed in for Zach LaVine. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, shot clock at 5. Shoots from 12. Siakam pulls it in. The Raptors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. A wide open look here for Wright. Drains the three-pointer. Wright's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Grant, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
Yeah, so many of these can go either way. Very difficult for the screener to stay 100% motionless.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Serge Ibaka, known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got Wright. He's out there with Norman Powell. Nogueira out there with C.J. Miles. And it's Siakam in at power forward. The Bulls making a switch here. Zipser's checked in.
One shot.
Every NBA player, Steve, believes in themselves, but some take it to the extreme. When they're on the run, when they're off and cold, they just kind of lose interest, it seems. Which players do you think have this irrational confidence, if you want to call it that?
I think J.R. Smith, every shot, any shot, anywhere he feels is going in, and he will still take shots. He has amnesia. He could be 0 for 10 and keep shooting the basketball. Jamal Crawford is another guy. Those guys, they keep firing. Damian Lillard, they will keep shooting because they feel the next shot is going in.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post. Agreed. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. And the Raptors making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Here's Nwaba. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Valentine from beyond the arc and then some. Raptors with the lead. Feeds to Powell. There's the pick. Pass to Siakam. Dishes it to Miles. Siakam kicks to Powell. Here's Van Vliet. He had 10 points in the win against Miami. And the dunk by Nogueira.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent him, GA, from converting that one.
He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and he demonstrated why right there.
Kicks it to Miles. It's Nogueira top of the key. And here is Powell. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Timeout.
And the Raptors lead by 3.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Sometimes when you go to your second unit, sometimes the offense can bog down. Not that night.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. A new group in now for the Raptors. Pirtle, he's checked in for Nogueira. Baca comes in for Pascal Siakam. Anunoby, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's DeRozan in for Norman Powell. Pulls up on the elbow, and it's good for two. And now a 5-point Toronto lead.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Lopez, a screen on DeRozan. Here's Levine. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Attacking with purpose. Levine takes the contact, finishes strong, now goes to the line for one more.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Toronto. Free throw good, Levine.
I mean, thinking back to where Levine was drafted, 13th overall, raised some eyebrows, but it was all about upside.
Pirtle, the pass to DeRozan. Lopez with the block. Now Levine. Here's Holiday, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And the foul goes against Toronto. The Bulls have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. The first one falls. That one drops. He ties it up.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
It's all tied in Chicago. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. The Bulls shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Grant is out there with Levine, and it's Holiday, and at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. For the lead, and he overshot that one, missing. Raptors shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And he's such a complete player, Kyle Lowry. He defends, shoots with range, creates for his teammates, and he is fearless attacking the lane.
Grant kicks to Holiday. Markkanen sets the pick for Holiday. Takes it from 10. Again, Holiday missing. And it's the Raptors' ball. And Lowry, an excellent finisher, Smitty, for a player his height.
He'll post you up at the point guard position. What I really like is he's worked on his mid-range game. And the shots behind the line, that's the strength of his right now.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, "We couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles." Kyle Lowry told me, "We're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be." Kevin?
DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. Steve, you are known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone's playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it, and I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy to be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the three. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shooting threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that still is the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really, having the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter.
Yeah.
It's always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
thing.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
8 feet away, Lopez, no luck.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
Toronto shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. Paul Zipser comes in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. And David Nwaba subbed in for Grant. A new group in now for the Raptors. Nogueira, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. Norman Powell's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Levine kicks to Zipser. There's the feed to Valentine. Passes it to Zipser. Off the pick. Shot clock at 5. Here's Valentine from outside off the mark. Raptors leading by 5. Right outside. Now here's Powell. Tight defense on him. Siakam kicks to Powell. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And after the Raptors were swept in the 2017 conference semifinals, do you guys get the sense that Coach Dwayne Casey's on the hot seat?
You know, I don't think so. I think Casey already survived a changing of the guard in the front office. He doesn't feel the pressure to keep his job, just the pressure to do his job, putting his players in the best position to compete. Second chance opportunities, the great equalizer.
It's Powell on the wing. No good on the triple. Bulls trail by 5. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's the screen. Here's Levine. Oh, goodness.
Terrific. The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Just his first attempt. Again, Toronto.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Here's Nwaba. Outside, Levine. Buries it from three-point range. Levine's got 10.
Tough to challenge Levine out there. Big lift on his shot, and you must close out quicker on him.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Raptors lead by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to keep the ball moving, keep drawing and kicking, all right? Then look at the outlets, make sure again, our bigs, we got to get space. When we're driving, we got
Looking to stay active on offense, Dwayne Casey asking his guys to apply a lot of movement and a lot of pressure.
And he wants them to go beyond just swinging it around the horn. It's about driving, dishing, and playing inside out.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Setting the floor for the Raptors. DeRozan and Miles are the wings. Pirtle is out there with Ibaka, and it's Van Vliet in at the point.
2 shots. Last on the first.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
And when you think about a slasher, a guy who makes his living attacking off the dribble, no better example than DeMar DeRozan.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. You know, Steve, DeRozan a great ball handler for his size. He can isolate or work in the pick and roll.
Does a nice job of coming off screens and rolls, being able to create for his teammates, and also a big-time slasher that can put you on a poster.
Here's Valentine. Sweet little floater.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
Raptors with the lead. Outside DeRozan. Screen by Ibaka. From deep, Miles. That one doesn't drop. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Holiday, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
2 shots. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And the Raptors looking for a way to break through the East. Smitty, how do they get past the Cavaliers?
I don't know, Kevin. That's the question. As long as LeBron James stands in their way, it won't be easy. DeMar DeRozan said it himself. The key will be finding another star. In today's NBA, you need at least 3 stars to win.
Shooting 2.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That one drops. He ties it up. The Raptors shooting at 50% in a decent group. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. DeRozan with a screen for Ibaka. Screen by Ibaka. Stolen by Grant. Lopez a screen. It's stolen by DeRozan. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance.
You know he's only 6 feet tall. Kyle Lowry, though, is fearless attacking the rim.
And the first one at the line is good.
Kyle Lowry has always been so consistent at getting himself to the free throw line.
Levine's checked in for Valentine. And so Lowry nails both of them.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And Lopez has it in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Lopez has got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
This team, they trust each other. Even down big, they have the ability to come back, and they have so far.
Here's Holiday. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense terrifically.
Valanciunas with a screen on Levine. Here's DeRozan, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 3 rebounds now in this one. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's DeRozan. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Loaded up with a lot of confidence, DeMar DeRozan can be a big-time performer.
Outside, Levine. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that gives them the lead. Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Anunoby, he's checked in for C.J. Myers. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. 6 on the shot clock. Lowry drives in. He got right to the cup using that screen. Lowry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Lowry always comes up with a timely basket, and today is no exception.
Lopez a screen. Grant kicks to Levine. Lopez a screen on DeRozan. Off the pick. Sinks it.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 2. 46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Zach LaVine.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in to what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it, Kevin.
That's nice patience by Zach LaVine, finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
What is on the line here?
Crowd is so focused.
Ibaka with the screen on Holiday. Here's Anunoby. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That's the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. So he gets them both.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
And so they foul intentionally.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 4. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And this huddle up about 2 things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbounds.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. They need a quick score and a foul just to have a chance.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Shoots 2.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Wow, stepping up in the clutch. Great way to end this.
Valanciunas passes to Anunoby. The tray. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.